stay tuned. Next week, my new bike review. Alright, KTM 390 Adventure. I'm gonna keep this video short because I've got better things to do than discuss this half-baked adventure machine. Now, some KTM fans may hate me for this unless you have brains and you think this through as I tell you why I'm disappointed in the 390 Adventure. वैसे अपने मोटो ब्लॉगिंग कम्युनिटी में शुरू हो गया क्या जुमला 390 एडवेंचर को लेके? गाड़ी लॉन्च होते ही जल्दी से जल्दी व्यूज़ के लिए वीडियोस बनाओ, ज़बरदस्त गाड़ी है दोस्तों, अब मैं इस पर कोना कोना घूमूंगा, अरे वाह ऑरेंज वॉल। या फिर मैंने ये स्टोरी और मीम बना के थोड़ा सा जुमला कम कर दिया, मतलब काट दिया इनका। शायद अब की बार जो वीडियो बने हैं उसमें लोग फुल ऑन वाह तारीफ नहीं कर रहे हैं बाइक की। बाइंग KTM 390 Adventure. Anyway, back to the topic. 390 has finally launched after years, and I've been one of those guys who wanted it. I waited for it because I think the 300 segment is a pretty good bike for an ADV. It's kind of perfectly moderate for multi-purpose motorcycle travel. So I waited for it until 2015 and then I said, fuck it, it's not gonna come. And I'm one of those guys who believe that adventure can be done on any bike, provided that you're ready to take the physical and the mental beating that you get by riding an unsuited bike for that purpose. So I got myself a Honda Navi 100cc 8 bhp scooter and I did some trips on it while still figuring out which bike to get next. So yes, adventure can be done on any bike, but when a company launches a bike with adventure label on it, I have some expectations on it. And 390 Adventure has launched, and when I took a look at it, the first reaction was laughter. Literally laughter. Because I posted this on my Instagram story one day before the launch and I was spot on right. I can't believe it took them so many years to build this, and after seeing the final product, it kind of looks like they've started building this last year. Put together something roughly and call it an adventure bike. When a company like KTM could have done way better than this. So here's my 5 reasons why I think that the KTM 390 Adventure is just a Duke with a 19-inch wheel and a half-baked effort from KTM. Okay, reason number 1, ground clearance. Let's compare it with its sibling, the KTM 390 Duke. It's got a ground clearance of 185 mm. The 390 Adventure has 198 mm. That's a 13 mm difference. You see this? Even if I move closer, it doesn't increase so much. 13 mm. Wow, this is like a big rock to jump over, I guess. For those who seriously ride, I think their bash plate on a 390 Adventure will see a lot of torture. और मे बी KTM वालों को पता है कि लोग थोड़ी सी धूल मिट्टी सैंड में चला के व्लॉग्स पे दिखाएंगे कि मैं ऑफ रोड करता हूँ. I can go into more detail about why ground clearance is important for ADV bike, but I want to keep this video short, so let's go. Reason number 2, same engine tuning or gear ratios. Now this, the heart of the bike, its engine remains same as its Street Fighter sibling, the 390 Duke. So what's the difference then? Imagine a Street Fighter's gear ratios and its engine tuning is made for a purpose. A track bike's gear ratios engine tuning is made for another purpose, and an ADV bike which is supposed to go in mud, in trail, on rocks, the tuning has to be different. The torque and HP graphs are supposed to be different. If only world was so simple where you would change the fairings of a race bike and make it into an ADV with the same engine, I think life would have been simpler. But last I checked, that's not how it works, and KTM knows this. KTM's, they are like DAKAR rally winners, man, and yet they decided to leave the engine exactly the same in the ADV bike. I personally hope that they would reduce the compression on this engine. You don't need 43 bhp in the bike, you can go with 38, 36. Get down the compression, which means less heat, less vibration, which means better life of the engine. And don't you think KTM kinda needs that, the longevity of the engine, especially if the bike is meant for like adventure travel, long time adventure travel? I feel they should have really worked the torque and HP figures quite differently and geared the bike differently. I mean, you're building an ADV bike for fuck's sake. But no, here, take the same engine. That's what they kind of did. Reason number 3, suspension travel. On the 390 Duke, it is 142 mm. We are talking about the front suspension. And on the 390 Adventure, it is 100 And can you guess what it is? 170 mm. That is 28 mm of difference. Now you might feel, oh shit, nice, 28 mm, like ground clearance 13 tha, 28 nice, but 28 mm is okay, maybe this much. That's what 28 mm is. So that means your suspension, the front suspension, when you go over the bumps and you like slam your bike down before it bottoms out over 390 Duke, this is the amount of play area that you have over a street bike. Just this much. Remember, this is an ADV bike. It's not enough for an ADV category. Why don't you like put two fairings on the side and call it like a sports tourer or something instead of an ADV bike, or maybe like an adventure tourer, adventure sports. Oh wait, somebody actually did that, adventure sports. Bajaj. Aha. So this is what is happening. This is where it is coming from. Reason number 4, the position of the front mudguard, as in the front fender, and the exhaust. You can tell that the company is not serious about this product by the placement of these two. I mean, imagine the front mudguard. What are you gonna do when there is wet mud trails that you'll do, or wet mud roads, even like normal wet mud roads? Let's just say you go on one of these famous trips that happen. What are you gonna do? You're gonna take a stick and start poking inside that mud, and to free up the tire rotation. Are you going to do that and tire yourself out? Because I've been in those situations with my street bike, like taking my street bike off-roading on wet mud. I know I've been in those situations. But are you going to do the same with an adventure bike now? And that exhaust, man, why bother changing it? I mean, it's in the same position as it was on the Duke 390. In fact, now with the shape of that exhaust, I think it is now closer to the ground in its belly than it is on the Duke 390. Correct me if I'm wrong. I think that's what it is. But it is in the same position. Like, have you seen adventure bikes? Have you seen where the exhaust goes, the height, the angle? It's completely different. Go check it out. And there is a good reason for that too. I'm not going to again elaborate. I'm really trying hard not to make this a long length video. On top of that, this exhaust looks like Ramkot se uthala hai, like 2000 rupees ka exhaust. $15 only for the exhaust, Akrapa batch. Akrapa batch. And also there's one more observation. The rear seat, that split, is kind of too high. There is good advantages in ADV riding, in dirt riding. I mean, of course, it's not a full-fledged dirt bike, but still in ADV riding, there is good advantage of having the seat as flat as possible. Little bit is okay, like on the 790 ADVR, but if you take the 790 ADV, they did the same thing, which I was not fan of. Even here, the same. Reason number 5, and the most obvious observation that you can make, is the front 19-inch wheel and alloys. Both are alloys. Like, of course, you can't have one alloy. Maybe you can have one alloy and one spoke, but maybe it will not look nice. But yeah, alloy wheels and 19-inch front. These alloy wheels, especially in India, we've had numerous stories of them cracking open on potholes, on speed breakers, left, right, center. They've been like cracking open, and some people call this a feature. Whatever. In fact, when I saw these wheels, I was like, I've seen these wheels somewhere. Aha, the Bajaj Pulsar Adventure Sports. I'm telling you, Bajaj का बहुत बड़ा हाथ है. Like, stock में हो ना हो, ये bike design में 51% हाथ है, पक्का 51%. It's a basic expectation from an adventure bike to have 21-inch front wheel, spoked wheels, both of them, so that it can take some beating in the off-roads, it can take some beating in the trails, and you don't have to always keep changing the wheels every time you freaking hit something. Damn, all these points are making Himalayan and X-Pulse look good in front of the 390 Adventure. But I guess KTM was like, India में sales ज़्यादा होगा और अपने लोग तो adventure bike लेके main road के trip मारते हुए शान मारते ना, तशन मारते एकदम traveler, Ladakh, Nepal, Bhutan. I mean, if you can't escape mud on the road, it's called off-roading. या फिर थोड़ा सा beach sand में vlog thumbnail मस्त दिखेगा एकदम. But who goes specially searching for jungle trails, right? This is the hard reality for a lot of people who like to call themselves big ass travelers on social media. Reality, it's all highway trips. But because of the amount of population we have, if they price it right in India, it'll still sell like hot cakes. Because स्टाइल पे जीते अपन 790 एडवेंचर जैसा दिख रहा बाइक, और क्या GS और वो वर्सेस से कम में आता, क्या ताशन, फुल ताशन, अरे oh, KTM Orange. Alright, so in conclusion, it's not a heaven and earth difference from its street sibling, the 390 Duke, except the styling has been taken from the 790 Adventure. Which, by the way, on my last secret trip, which I haven't told you guys yet, I've had the chance to be around a 790 for a brief amount of time. Ah, you don't know this. You don't follow me on Instagram. If you don't know this, you don't follow me. Go follow me on Instagram. Come on. I gotta tell you that I hate that headlight. I mean, it looks like chicken feet is holding the headlight in place, and I kind of hated it on the 792. I like the headlight, the pattern that was there on the 1090, the 1190, the 1290 Adventure, you know. Heck, even the 250 Adventure that they've silently launched on their website, KTM.com, go ahead, check it out. Even that has a better looking headlight than this Kodikalu Pilka. So I got an idea, you know what would have happened? KTM must have had this 5-member design team for the 390 Adventure, and 4 of them must have been Bajaj guys. And they would have been like, boys, we got 1 month to build this thing. 1 month to build this thing. Let's do it like the engineering exam in India. Do it on the last day. So, 790 Adventure, copy the body, 390 Duke, bring the engine, fit in here, like the Minority Report style. No modifications required, just fit it in, okay? 790, 390, okay, Bajaj certified wheels, Adventure Sport wheels, okay, fitted. अरे छोटू, अरे वो रामकोट का एडजस्ट ला रहे, अरे वही रे, आक्रपो भी चिल्ला. And the KTM engineer would have been like, you know what guys, at least let's add the adjustable suspension to save our faces. Alright, so that's it from this video. I hope you guys liked it. I'm freaking shooting at midnight and people are thinking I'm mad. They're just walking around looking at me through the corridor. Anyways, so I gotta go. What do you think? Do you agree, disagree, partially agree, hate me? Write down in the comments below. And one last thing. If you want to see a true adventure capable bike which doesn't even have the word adventure in its name, then stay tuned next week, my new bike reveal video. I gotta go and edit it. और बताओ दोस्तों, KTM 390 Adventure launch हो गया क्या दोस्तों?